in downtown Toronto with writer-director Nicholas Arnold. What was the inspiration behind your feature film, William's Lullaby?
Well, essentially the film's, in a nutshell, it deals with grief and how children deal with grief, so I wanted to really sort of explore that from the perspective of a child, but also from the perspective of an adult who maybe didn't properly grow up due to grief. So an adult with that wounded inner child within them. So it's the inspiration kind of came from that interest in how do people kind of cope with depression and live through that and deal with that.
Absolutely. And did you do a lot of research on the topic? Were you talking to a lot of people who are dealing with similar issues and circumstances?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it comes too from, you know, I think as a writer you have a sense of empathy and you can kind of pick up on, well, it's about understanding what others are going through, so that's where a lot of the inspiration came from. When it came to actually writing the script, yeah, you know, you sit down, you actually go through, we deal with, you know, in the film how he actually, the protagonist actually tries to deal with his depression. So when you're doing that, you do have to kind of research the proper techniques that are out there. We deal with hypnotherapy, a lot of that kind of stuff. So I researched with a lot of hypnotists and that sort of thing. So yeah, a lot of research.
Very cool. How did you go about casting the project?
We did auditions. We shot the film in Kingston, Ontario, which is my hometown. And so we did a casting call in Toronto and Kingston as well. We had a lot of people do video auditions, so they sent us videos, we narrowed it down from there, and then saw the ones that we wanted to see in person.
Great. And how did everything run on set?
It was very small, very intimate set. The smallest one I've ever been on. We only had a crew of about 7 people.
Wow.
And from that crew, only about 4 to 6 maybe on set at a time. So, and then, you know, you have a cast of 4. So you're dealing with a very small group, so it was very social, very much more, not really a film set, more a group of creative people on set making something special, or at least that they feel is special. So,
what's your directorial style like? How do you work with the actors?
That's an interesting question. One thing, I think the most important thing for me at this stage, I mean, I'm young, so I'm learning. I'm constantly learning. I don't think I can sit here and kind of say exactly what my style is, because I'm just at the beginning stages of sort of discovering that. But I know one thing that's very important to me is gaining the trust of an actor. So that's something I pay a lot of attention to, and I would say that goes into kind of what my style is, because it's about a one-on-one relationship with each actor, especially when you're dealing with heavy themes like this. They need to be able to trust me, I need to be able to trust them. So I try to establish a very firm relationship with each actor before kind of attacking the script or the film itself.
Great. And how do you expect audiences to respond to the film?
It's going to be interesting. We got a sense of that when we sent the script out for auditions. There's either people that kind of really wanted to be a part of it, or others who said, you know what, this is either too heavy for me or a little too much. We do deal with a few taboo subjects, not just depression, but, you know, subjects that depression kind of stem from. So some very, very heavy themes and heavy material. So I'm well aware of the fact that there's going to be people who it is too much for them, or they don't like it as a result of that. But I think at the same time, I think it'll find its place, and I think it's an important. You know, there's the whole debate of are films supposed to entertain, or are we supposed to have films out there that show us kind of how evil the world is or how awful the world is, and are those films even worth making? You know, the world is as bad as it is already. Do we need to see that on a screen? You know, so films are supposed to be about escape, and I do agree with that, but at the same time I think, you know, we need to kind of hold up a mirror to ourselves as our humanity and see what that is.
Absolutely, and also create dialogue and on certain issues, and hopefully make for a better world.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And where's the best place to find out more information on you and on the project online?
Sure. So we have a whole online presence right now. If you go to www.williamslullaby.com, that will connect you to everything: Facebook, Twitter. We have a blog going right now. So essentially what we want to do is we want to create a buzz, get people on board, and, you know, we're finishing up the film in the next 12 weeks post-production. So this is where you can kind of follow that progress and see what happens after this.
Great. Thank you so much, and best of luck with the project. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here at SMITHEE TV in downtown Toronto.